Hey Scruffy, how you doing? So folks, if you recall from last night, you tried to steal the food and run away. And so I'm not particularly happy about that. So I'm starting to take it personally. I know I'm not supposed to take it personally, but I am. So I was somewhat hesitant to even try feeding him tonight. But I saved his leftover food from last night, so I'd like to use it up. So he still has some chicken skin, which he didn't steal from last night, plus the chicken bones, plus the actual meaty pate and the kibble. So he missed out on a full feast because he stole a single piece of chicken skin. Greedy cat. So, the sad thing is, I don't think he learned his lesson because I don't think he's that smart. I don't think he's paying attention to the fact that there was a whole bowl of food, and he thought he got away with a little piece of chicken, chicken skin. So I thought maybe he'd be more hungry tonight because he only had a piece of chicken skin to eat. So I kind of thought maybe he'd be more meowy, but yeah, he's completely silent. So you went for some food, Scruffy? Ready for dinner? So he doesn't even look at me. He's not looking at the food. Just sitting there. Okay, well I'm gonna bring it out, so I don't want to sit here all day. So I'm picking up the plate, and I'm gonna unlock the door now. You ready for food? Okay. Picking up the plate, and inching towards the door. So you're gonna have to back up. I'm not moving. Okay, there he goes. Okay, I'll put this on the table. And you hissed. Don't know what your problem is, Scruffy. I'm not going to hiss back tonight, but I'm tempted. Okay, I'm going to change your water. So your new water, putting it in. Okay, so now I'm going to sit up, or stand up and sit in the chair. Now I'm going to put the glove on. Okay, he brushed his tail against me. So the only reason I didn't call total quits tonight was because he actually let me pet him last night before dinner. Just hissed. So I don't know what your problem is, Scruffy. I'm always really nice to you. And you're kind of a mean, selfish cat. I thought you might be a nice cat, but I don't know. I'm starting to have my doubts. I'm hearing, oops, he tripped over the brush. So I was hearing something yelp, but it wasn't him. So I'm not sure what he's doing. And move the brush out of the way. So, not quite sure what's wrong with him. So I don't know if he was reacting to the thump that the brush made when he tripped over it, or that weird yelping sound I was hearing. So I'll stick out my hand. So we're not done petting yet. Okay, it's better. But yeah, he's kind of far, so something wrong. Because yeah, he's keeping his distance. So the weather was nice again today. It's more like spring than winter. So kind of a odd weather that we're having. It's not unprecedented though. But yeah, I think it's actually slightly warmer today than yesterday. And the wind's gone, so there's no wind chill factor. So I decided to go out for a run today. Feeling a little bit of aches, so I was kind of tempted to take a rest day today, but decided to go for the run. And yeah, I was kind of slow today, so not my slowest time by far, but yeah, not nearly as good as my runs have been in the past couple weeks. So I guess it was respectable enough for me. And then even though I was kind of pushing myself, puffing and puffing, I ended up doing extra lap, so it's almost 2 mile extra run on top of the 5 miles I usually do. So I was feeling some of the aches and fatigue in my legs. Huffing and puffing actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I think it's partly because I was just running slower because of everything else, probably the aches in my legs. So I wasn't putting as much pressure on my heart or whatever, on my lungs. Okay, so we're almost at time here. So I'm thinking I need to go grocery shopping tomorrow, so that'll be my rest day. Because, yeah, I bought a few produce things, vegetable things the other day. I actually need to do a lot more. And I'm almost completely out now. A lot of stuff. Okay, how about we get your food, okay? Ready for your food? Okay, so I cut up the chicken skin a little bit and mixed it in directly with pate and kibble, so you'll have a harder time stealing things. And then I'm going to pick up the brush. You might try stealing the bone. So let's see if I can brush you. I kind of want him to get into the food. So I didn't get the brush from last night, so not sure how bad his fur is going to be today. It's actually not bad. So he's jumpier. Not sure why he's so jumpy. Giving him really good food. Stop doing that. So I think the foods might be harder for him to eat because of the bones. I think I'll take out the claw or something. He's really jumpy. I'm going to put down the brush. I might switch it, but first I think I'm going to take the ball out. Let's take the ball out. I'm going to pick up the small brush. They're so jumpy. That chicken skin. So yeah, he's still able to grab the chicken skin and run away with it, even though I cut it up smaller. I don't know if he's going to be satisfied this time because they're much smaller bits. I'm going to flip the brush over. Yeah, so grab another piece of chicken skin. So I think you'd be used to this by now. It's been over 6 months. And he had an easy day today too. So basically he was sleeping on the deck. pretty much the whole day. And let's see, I saw him on the table last night sleeping in the box. So I was keeping an eye out here because since he only had that one piece of chicken skin to eat, I thought maybe he'd come back for more food, but I didn't see him come back at the door. So maybe the chicken skin was plenty filling. Has a lot of calories, so maybe, yeah, but I don't think there's enough nutrients since there's no meat. And then I think the bones, I read they can eat the raw bones. These are thigh bones because bone marrow, I guess. So lots of nutrients in the bone marrow. There's still a lot. I don't know why you're so skittish. So I think I'm going to stop giving you chicken skin. It's a shame too, because I'd actually have 2 more chicken thighs. There were 4 in a pack. So I'm actually just kind of brushing them with my glove just to kind of stimulate the petting notion. So I'm actually not brushing him anymore for hair's sake. I'm just trying to get him acclimated to me. So yesterday I didn't talk about it, but I did see him. So he was also sleeping out on the deck all day yesterday. Yesterday I also saw him on the table. So right before dinner, maybe like an hour and a half before dinner, he jumped on the table, was sleeping. I think I just missed him because when I saw him, I was in the kitchen, and at first I didn't notice any cat, and then suddenly all of a sudden I saw him next to the son of him sitting up. I don't know if he saw me or not, but then he went to sleep, and I grabbed my camera, and was already head down. So I don't know what's wrong with you, Scruffy. So I think I'm done. I'm gonna put the brush down. So today I didn't see him on the table, but he did come sit on the mat here probably about an hour and a half before dinner. So I kind of thought maybe he was hungrier because of the fact that he only got the chicken skin last night. 1 piece of chicken skin. But it was kind of a big piece. But I put 2 chicken thighs in there, so chicken skin and bones. So tonight, he has the other chicken skin. But I think the one he got last night was a little bigger. Got the bones. So last night after he went in, or after he left and I went in, and I was mad. cut up the remaining chicken skin in the bowl into smaller pieces. And then before I came out for dinner, I pulled the bowl out of the refrigerator and I remixed in everything with the fork, so the chicken skins were mixed in with the pate. So I am curious if he's going to eat the bones or not. So I read that, yeah, raw chicken bones, like the big ones, are good for cats. So I guess from the bone marrow they can get nutrients, and it may help their teeth. And since Scruffy has really bad teeth, he really needs help with his teeth. But his teeth might be so far gone that he won't be able to handle the bone. And then I don't know. There's I cut most of the meat off, so there's only little tiny pieces of meat on the bone. So I don't know if he's going to be motivated enough to eat the bone. But based on what he does tonight, either save the remaining 2 bones or throw them away. So I kept the other 2 pieces of chicken skin as well. And I'd like to give it to him, but I don't know, he's not being a very good cat, honestly. I don't really think I should be rewarding bad behavior. So I might just throw the chicken skin away. And I was tempted to cut his portion tonight, but since I already made the portion last night, he's probably getting more food than I should give him, especially since he's been bad. Because he's basically eating his normal meal plus the chicken skin and the bones. And yeah, 1 piece of chicken skin was enough to sustain him for an entire day. And, this is like 2 meals at least, if not more. I know chicken skin has a lot of calories. So I fried him up chicken skin before, and couldn't believe how much grease came out of it in the frying pan. It's way worse than bacon. So I definitely miss all those foods. So I'm still on my diet. Probably going to be on the diet for quite a few more months. So I'm expecting I'm going to plateau again. And the plateaus are really hard to work through. And I'm only losing small amounts of weight at a time. So I don't have enough willpower to try to do a big, giant crash diet type thing. So I hate going around every day, constantly starving. I was watching this YouTube channel a while back. I hadn't watched it in a long time. Can't remember his name, but one of his things was he periodically tried different types of diets for an entire week. And so he went through all these different types of diets, and he basically shows progress every day on the diet. And some of them are pretty extreme diets, and he'd film himself through the day. And some of the really bad diets were losing all weight, and he was miserable. He was constantly thinking about food. And then I think some of the diets he was on, the food wasn't very good, so he was just miserable for the whole thing. So I don't really want to do that to myself, because I don't think I have enough willpower to do that for the long term. So I'm trying to do something that I can sustain. So the chicken I made last night, basically I just skinned it and deboned it, and I made my own shake and bake recipe. So basically it's just oven baked chicken and shake and bake bread from coating. So it's the first time I've had chicken, I think, in it's probably been a few months, a couple months maybe. So I'm thinking I probably should start working in my cheat days into my schedule, just so I don't have a completely miserable diet experience. But I've been making pretty good progress, so I'm motivated enough to not do the cheat days yet. I think it's starting to draw on, so I'm starting to think I need to start introducing a cheat day like every week or every 2 weeks or something. Not cheat day, but cheat meal. I'm thinking it may help my plateau issues. Though this week I didn't plateau, so in fact I seem to be getting off the plateau for once. But yeah, I was really craving something with some meat, so finally and I was having, I think I mentioned the other day, I ran out of vegetable soup, so I had to make a new that, and so I was kind of scrambling for food alternative ideas. Get the vat, the new vat cooked, and then yeah, I'm low on groceries, so so chicken sounded really good. In moderation, chicken is good food. So I'm curious, is he gonna eat the bones? I think he is. I think he's licking the bone. So I think he's going to use his tongue to scrape off the rest of the meat off the bone, I think. So yeah, I'm definitely kind of unhappy with his reaction and behavior. So, the fact that he's trying to avoid me when he eats by stealing food. I thought we were like way past that. And yeah, he didn't seem to like getting brushed tonight. Just heard something snap. I don't think he's getting into the bone. Yeah, he bit off one of the ends of the bone, so he got into the cartilage. Okay, I guess his teeth are strong enough for that. Yeah, so I've been kind of wondering how bad his teeth are. So I think he's lost three of his fangs, so he only has one left, I think. And I don't get a lot of clear shots into his mouth, but the few shots I have gotten, it looks like he has a lot of big brown patches in his mouth. And so I read that's basically like gum disease, plaque. And when it gets to that color, it's pretty advanced, and I know he has teeth loss, so. There's no way I'm ever going to be able to brush his teeth through. I don't even think I'll be able to get him to the vet. I'm eating hard food like this, like bones, may help the teeth a little bit. But I don't know, he might be so far gone, might be too little, too late. I thought he'd enjoy a treat, so I wanted to be nice, and I don't know, I feel like it didn't really pay off. I don't know why I'm nice to Scruffy. It's kind of a mean, selfish cat. I hear a neighbor in their yard. So I think tomorrow I might have to give him a little less food. Just because he's probably eating too much tonight. On the other hand, since he only ate a piece of chicken skin last night, maybe this is fine. But I think next time if I give him skin and the bones, I need to cut back on the kibble and the pate. Probably should give him a much smaller portion. I don't know how many calories are in the bone. And one of those bones looks like it might be completely gone. Can't tell if it's under his head or not. He's biting into the second bone right now. Oh no, there's still both. So it looks like he chomped off both cartilage ends of the first bone, and there's still a big cartilage end on the second bone. take that golf ball out for him. I might have to put the bones on the plate. So he's eating up the rest of the pate now. So I'm actually surprised he hasn't grabbed the bone with his teeth and taken it away. So I'm tempted to try to help him. Maybe I'll move the bones on the plate. But I guess he got it. I didn't realize it would take him so long to eat these bones and everything else. I'm a little tempted just to let him eat in peace, so let's just go back in, keep the bowl out here. It's unfortunate for him that I'm dieting now, because you won't get these types of table scraps that often. Okay, so he's gone. I think I'm going to take this golf ball out. And actually, I think I'll put this on the plate here. Bone. So he took one of the bones. I'll put the glove off, take the glove off, and zoom in here so I can hear him. I can hear the snapping, crunching. So I don't know why he feels like he needs to move away from me. It's not like I was brushing him or petting him at this point. So, yeah, I'm still a little frustrated, so I'm giving him really good food now, and he still doesn't trust me. Yeah, it's been over 6 months now. So, yeah, this has been a pretty crummy week with him. So I started off with the hiss problem where he became terrified of me, and then we've worked all our way up to here now. And I don't know, I was mentioning, if we didn't bounce back from the hiss terrified thing quickly, and he lost all his trust in me, I was going to abandon the project, because one, it doesn't seem to be working, and two, there's too much emotional drama, so I didn't really want emotional drama. I just wanted a nice little happy cat that I can become friends with. But instead, yeah, it's kind of a abusive relationship in some sense. And I don't think I'm getting much back from it. So if you add emotional drama on top of it, it's probably not good for my own mental health. So, the complete isolation of the lockdowns is bad enough, but you don't need emotional abuse on top of that. So yeah, it takes him a long time to eat one bone. So note to self, next time I give him a skin and bones, only give him one, not two. I don't really want to refrigerate the one he's already started to chew into. So I might leave it out for him if he doesn't come back. Or I might just throw it away. I got 2 more in the fridge that I saved for him. I'm blinking. So I can't tell if the scratcher has been used again. Oh, is he leaving? Oh, he left a mess on the deck. I'm kind of annoyed. So you at least have the courtesy to, clean up his food. See, I don't want to be cleaning up after a cat mess either. So I just kicked the plate. Trying to get him to notice there's one more bone. Because you left that mess on the deck there, I'm thinking I might throw away the other bone if he doesn't come back for it. Because I don't want him to leave another mess somewhere else on the deck. Somebody's doing some sort of construction. Well, Scruffy ate well tonight. I don't think he's very appreciative. Not really showing any gratitude. He's actually having a harder time with it on the plate. The bowl at least prevents it from sliding around. I think he'll figure it out though. He'd use his paws if he wanted to. I'm actually just expecting him to steal it. Make a bigger mess on my deck. Yep, I'm still here. So I don't mind the carpet so much. It's an old ratty mat, so it actually kind of makes sense. It has more friction than everything else, so it probably doesn't slide around as much on that mat. So the weather has been so good, I'm starting to see some birds. Starting to see some birds here and there. I'm actually worried for their safety. So on one hand, he's going to be full, at least tonight, so the birds may get a reprieve. On the other hand, chicken leg might give him a taste for more birds. So birds might be in trouble. So my foot's starting to fall asleep. This is a really long meal. He's eaten one end of the chicken leg. So I saw a lot of squirrels at the park today. I guess they thought it was a good day to roam around. Guess it wasn't too hot. And it wasn't too cold. The last time I remember it was really cold but sunny, the squirrels were basically like sunbathing. So they lied themselves out in the field and just lied there. A few of them like right next to the sidewalk. So I guess they were so desperate for heat that they just said, yeah, we don't care what comes by, we want the sun. But today they're running around because it was a lot warmer. So I got a YouTube recommendation for a gravel bike that has the wide handlebars of an old mountain bike. I think it's from Marin. And so my bicycle is basically a mountain bike from the 80s, 90s. That's how I learned how to ride. And so I tend to like that form factor. I like the tough, bigger frame. They jump enough curbs and enough non-smooth terrain that I like a sturdier bike. At the same time, though, I don't do like real like mountain biking. I do mostly things on trails and roads. And so a gravel bike actually makes a lot of sense for me. One thing I don't like about the gravel bikes, I've never gotten used to it, is the narrow handlebars. I've never been a... So one, you bend over a lot more for that, and then two, you because they're narrower, you have more balance and control problems. And so it's just something I never was particularly comfortable with. And so now I'm hearing there's a small number of mountain bike or gravel bikes that are appearing. that have wide bars, and then apparently a whole bunch of people in the biking community are angry because they say, well, what's the difference between that and the 90s or 80s mountain bike? I'm not sure if that's the best complaint, because they don't make 80s and 90s mountain bikes anymore. Can't get one. So for me, it's actually not a bad idea. But yeah, I'd like a newer bike because yeah, one, with a lot of different advances. So disc brakes and the big thing I really like is the granny gear, or much bigger granny gears. So I don't have enough gearing options on my existing bike, so there are a lot of places that I can't really go. They're not very fun to go. I gotta basically jump off the bike and push it uphill. It's too steep. And I don't enjoy that. So I'd really like a bike that had much better gearing options. But until the gravel bike, basically the options were the more hardcore modern mountain bikes, which, yeah, they're much harder core than what I need. I don't really do like true mountain biking, so I don't even have shocks on my existing mountain bike. So the whole idea of front suspension is a novel idea, let alone both the front and a back suspension. And the road bikes, yeah, I don't think I'd be able to take where I do ride. It's a little rougher than just pavement, so I don't think a road bike would handle it very well. So I'm keeping an eye out for gravel bikes, but and so somehow YouTube knew this is what I was looking for, and so they recommended a video where someone was talking about, she's being a little snarky, but talking about how she bought, or I guess she's being teased that it's an '80s mountain bike, and she was pointing out, no, there's nothing '80s about this thing. I don't really care, but it looks like a really nice bike, so I'm looking into it. But I don't really want to buy a new bike. They're kind of expensive, and I'd rather buy one used. Because the other problem is I always worry about getting it stolen or damaging it, screwing it, just riding it. You get gravel, chip the paint, get mud all over it. You don't want to buy a brand new bike that's this one's like, I think like $1,100, and you don't want to take that out in the mud and gravel on the first time and say, yep, I just ruined $1,100 worth of bicycle. So I'd rather get one used. But I think, yeah, this model is probably so new that it'd probably be really hard to find a used one. Scruffy's still grooming himself. So my plan is to go in soon because it's an hour now. Sorry, folks, for the length of this. I didn't think tonight's dinner would take him so long to eat. So it's a learning lesson for me. But I need him to move so I can clean up the mess he made on the deck. Coming back. There's no more food. You ate it all, except for the bone debris that you left on the deck. And the plate you never cleaned. If you want to thank me, you can brush against my leg or meow. We did find something. I guess he made a mess on this part of the deck too. Sniffing my shoe. There's no food on my shoe. Oh, he's actually drinking the water. Interesting that he's coming from this direction of all directions. I didn't think he'd want to walk under the table leg like that. So it'd be nice if he felt comfortable and secure for all the things I do for him, but he's really jittery. Still. Okay, folks, I think he's finally leaving, so I can clean up now. Well, thanks for watching this extended edition of Skin and Bones, or something like that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.